Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is a true love letter to Batman. Not only in movies or comics, it's covering everything in terms of its love and honoring this character. There are so many things to discover and explore, and the story is just jam packed with so many references and so many amalgamations of different iterations of the character and other characters involved in Batman and Gotham as a whole intertwined into the mix. It truly is something special. I'm not sure how far I'm into the game. I know I'm a few chapters in and I've unlocked a fair amount of stuff so far in terms of costumes for Batman, but I am just loving just exploration of this game. Like there's so much detail and so much to look at, and when they stated that the map size of this game is about 3 times bigger than Arkham Knight, they were not kidding. It is insane how much stuff you can do in this game. Now, there are a couple things I wish were handled a little bit better or maybe just implemented in general, because honestly, I would have loved to explore Wayne Tower, because the opening of the game, which is a giant prologue, which is very long, another nitpick, but it's fine, it makes sense in terms of Bruce's origin. I wish we would have been able to explore more of Wayne Manor as a whole, because you can't do that in this game. You can't actually explore inside the giant manor, and I wish we could have. And also, too, I wish there was a way to actually travel to the Batcave without having to only fast travel. That's my only real gripes that I've had so far, because everything else, they've delivered. They've delivered on the gadgets, they've delivered on the level designs, because so far, the level designs have been fun, unique, and they don't feel kind of repeated in a sense. Like, I noticed that with a lot of Lego games in the past, especially like in the older era of the games where they're still trying to get their footing, that a lot of the levels do have some unique aspects and things to them, but a lot of them you can tell in terms of like its design feels kind of like repeated, or like it doesn't feel unique enough to really stand out as individual levels to the point where you're really like immersed into some of them. But in here, I really feel like each level is unique in terms of how it's progressed and designed, and there's so many hidden things to discover in terms of just hidden like Wayne Tech boxes, or just loot in general, or finding the red bricks in each level, or just finding that one unique like thing you need to find in terms of like each level they have to collect 5 of in order to unlock it for the Batcave. The Batcave. We got to talk about the Batcave. The Batcave is so detailed. I love how immersed it is and how it expands as you continue playing the game. Because at first, it's just this gigantic cave, obviously under Wayne Manor, and then over time, you're slowly starting to add more things to it to make it stand out. And I love when you fully unlock it to where you can actually see all of your suits and all of your actual like cars in terms of the Batmobiles, and you can display them and see them in real time, just kind of like there. It's really cool to see that. And there's also an actual extra area where you can actually go into seeing the deluxe edition stuff that you got in terms of the bonus stuff you get if you pre-ordered the game and bought the deluxe edition. There's an extra area for that as well, so it's like another bonus area. I don't know if you can actually go into that if you don't have the deluxe edition, but it's pretty cool to see that as well. What I really like is the actual like gameplay as a whole too, because not only is it just visually interesting to look at in terms of the game, because it's really detailed in terms of its look, because they really have pushed themselves with making this game feel like a Lego game, but also feel like a version of an Arkham game, which we've heard that Rocksteady people who actually worked on the Arkham trilogy have worked on this game as well to make it, feel a certain way, because it does feel like a Lego-fied Arkham game, but that's not really necessarily a bad thing, because the combat is very Arkham-esque in terms of its ability to maneuver, the ability to use gadgets and switch between characters. It really feels like they just took the best aspects of the Arkham games in terms of its combat and brought it into the Lego game, which is not a bad thing. It's pretty cool. I can't wait to continue playing the game and just to see what more it does offer. And I have been avoiding spoilers because I don't want to see anything too far ahead. Obviously, I know a lot of the costumes that are in the game, but I want to steer clear of the actual story itself just for me to experience it on my own. I cannot wait to continue playing it. It's been a fun time. Have you been playing Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I can't wait to continue back into the game.